Greetings, friends and fellow cigar box guitar enthusiasts. Del Puckett here. And as it turns out, about a month and a half ago, my home church, Athey Creek, link in the video description below, announced that they were going to be doing a crusade style event in Portland, Oregon this summer. And they had a little volunteer thing. If you guys want to volunteer, sign up. So they sent me this here, this information here. And get a load of this here. It says, help promote PDX Crusade 2025 in your business. All right, so we're not really a business. We're a none of your business. It says, support the crusade by sharing invites and displaying posters and banners at your location. Join us in bringing the community together for this life-changing event. Scan the code to sign up to learn more. I'm not really sure if that'll work for y'all. They sent me all sorts of cool stuff. They sent me the shirt here. And then a bag of goodies. And in this goodies are such things as little posters, stickers. We got all sorts of stickers and little stickers and big stickers. So yeah, so I'm gonna put some of these. On my guitar case. But I even put some on my fret. All my fret wire goes in here, and so now I got PDX stickers here and here as well. But you know what happens when I have a cigar box that needs some upgrade. So yeah, I went to town the other night. I was just peel and stick here. I got the sound holes from these guys here, and I basically just covered this thing. I did strategically leave a few places where it says, handmade, so you can tell it was a Arturo Fuente, especially on the back. I still got some of the edges here. But anyhow, guys, what fun this is good. I'm gonna actually do a group of these guitars here. So 4 stringers, some 3 stringers, some large scale, some small scale. I'm just gonna have fun with these things. And I'm gonna I got so many stickers and posters, dude. We're just going to slather these on some of these boxes. In this video series, I'm going to call the Crusader. So for this first one, it's going to be a righty-tighty, 20-inch scale neck, because this is a smaller box. So I'm doing a smaller scale length. And I exactly cut this board to be exactly the right length for the neck. Traditional headstock up here, plenty of room back here for the saddle and the string connect. I'm going to have 12, 13, 14, 15 frets on here. And here's the deal. This is going to be a pine neck. There's going to be more on that in the future. But what I wanted to point out real quick here is a concept called snipe. Now, I remember when I was a little kid that we used to go snipe hunting, and what it was a hoax. It was a way to distract us kids while the older guys went and partied. But anyhow, so snipe is a thing. Now, when you I oftentimes go to the big box stores and get these. They're pre-cut to a 1/4 inch here, 1.5 inches here, and you can get them in all different species here. This one happens to be walnut. Nice dark wood to go contrast against this lighter pine here. And I noticed something here, and in the past, I'm trying to get it in the light here. So in the past, this has bit me as a newbie mistake here. You can actually see it really good on this side. See this little guy right here? Some boards are worse than others. Some have it, some don't. This one here definitely has it here. So snipe is a phenomena. You woodworker guys know, but maybe a lot of the newbies don't know. Whenever this thing goes into the planer to get surfaced, a lot of times there's only one thing holding it down, and so this thing could lift. So as it goes in, the blade catches right here and goes a little deeper than what the rest of the board does as it gets, and you can actually see it on both sides here. So I'm not really sure. This is maybe a double planer, if there's such a thing, or a joiner. I'm not really sure exactly how they mill these down, but you can actually see in the light here. Let me see if I can hold it up here where you can actually see there's all sorts of jaggedies in here. So, obviously we sand it down and stuff, but here's the deal. If you didn't know that was there, and you just went and you put your frets there, you're going to be all doodle-doo, you're going to be like, what the heck? Trust me, it's happened to me. more than once. I ended up having to put bigger frets in the little slot here just to get it to work. But, you know, there's always a workaround. But, yeah, you can see it really good there. You can see it really good there. Snipe, guys, snipe. Don't ever fall. So what I'm going to do here is obviously I'm going to cut this off and then work with this part here, because this part here is obviously, according to my highly trained, calculated eye, its smoothness ratio is so this will be the fretboard. Next, I want to talk about finger calibration. You probably wonder, what the heck is finger calibration? I'm here to tell you what finger calibration is. So I cut the fretboard down to size, did the slots, put the slots in there all the way up to my 15th fret, and then sanded the edges there. And then got ready to marry it with the neck. And then I ran my fingers like this, up and down, and I realized that the fretboard thickness was actually just a tiny bit thicker than the actual neck. And you could tell because it was just, the fingers, when I did here, I could feel a little bit of a gap on both sides here. My finger calibrator told me that I needed to sand this guy to be the exact same thickness as this guy. Now you can always do it after the fact when you're carving your neck. You know, obviously you want this to marry well right here. But I figured, since I was sanding it anyway, go ahead and sand it now just to get it nice and smooth. So I did that. I just spent the last 10 minutes, not even that much, sanding the edges of the fretboard so that it's perfectly smooth all the way up and down using my calibrated fingers. Here's another example of finger calibration. We are gluing the neck together, and I got the heel. The heel bone is connected to the neck bone, and I run my finger along here, and I can also feel that I am not perfectly aligned here. So you just kind of push it over. You can see that you go back and forth here. So again, the finger calibrator is what's going to save you all the time. Yeah, I could feel. So before I clamp it down, I just make sure that I'm perfectly straight, heel to the neck, using my highly calibrated finger cal. All right, so obviously we gotta wait for the glue to dry. I wanna know what you guys do in your spare time while your glue is drying. Maybe it's none of your business. But for me, one of the many things that I do in my spare time is I like to make picks out of quarters. So what I'll do is I'll find a quarter that looks cool. Like the old silver coins are really cool, but they're hard to find. So I just look for the ones whose dates are important to me. And I'll take that, and then I'll take a normal guitar pick about the same size, right? Put it over, and then I will trace the pick onto the new pick in black. And then I will take it over to the grinder and grind it down so that now you're never going to get them perfect. And then you start off with, I want to call this rough, it's actually 220, and you file or sand, and you upgrade to higher and higher grits, all the way up to 1 million. And just take your time, and you can actually feel with your calibrated fingers, you can feel the smoothness of the edges of this thing here. And once you get it to where you like it, obviously you're going to try it out. It works better with plain strings than it does, in my opinion, than wound strings. Either way, I think you're going to enjoy this. So we just glued the fretboard on, clamped it, made sure it was nice and level and finger calibrated. So now I got a little bit of time to kill. So you just saw us make a quarter pick. Well, so I have this hammer, and this hammer has got a loose head. Every time I swing, the head comes loose. I gotta bang it back in place. And when I was younger, I saw my dad put screws in there, nails in there, anything to wedge it to hold that head right. I've seen people soak it in water, and I've seen all sorts of different things here. So I got to thinking, well, I can use that same theory of making a pick, but instead I took a nickel this time and I sharpened that edge, sharpened it on the grinder, and then flattened the edges and the back to make a little wedge. So now I'm going to, like I said, I already got glue in there. So now I'm gonna just tap this guy in there. See if this works. That worked awesome. I just pounded it in and it mushroomed perfectly. The glue is squeezing out here perfectly. Yeah, so this is gonna be freaking awesome. Guys, I wanted to show you a trick. See how the hammer is facing this way? I just flick it up once, boom, and now it's facing this way. Flick it up once, facing this way. Boom, boom, boom. You can do this all day long. Boom, ah, ow, ooh, ee, ah. After the glue is dry and your finger calibrated that you're all good, and I like to just take a router bit to this thing here and just remove as much material as I can. I'm going to go back and file and shinto and all that stuff. But guys, a router is a game changer because it makes all this awesome man glitter better than any other tool. Seriously, get yourself a router. So I want to match the headstock to the box. So what I did is I got one of these there posters and I cut out the city, right dimensions, and then I glued it on there. Check it out. Yeah, glued it on, just regular glue, and press it down. And then I got a little file and just kind of file it to the edges to be nice and contoured. But what I wanted to show you was this here. See these little roundy edges here? Here's a way to get them so that you take the bevel off. You just treat it like it's a fret. Like whenever you're doing your fret ends, you take your file, the smooth side down, the rough side, and then you just go up and over, up and over, up and over. We're gonna do the same thing, but with a sanding stick right here. So I get a sanding stick that's got a smooth edge here and the rough edge here. Put the smooth edge down and then just go up and over, up and over. One move, up and over. On this side here too, up and over, up and over. It's that simple, guys. It's that simple. Same thing on the back side here. If you want it smooth like that, or kind of contoured-y, you know, is that a word? Contoured-y. And then you use your calibrated fingers and, oh yeah, come on, come on. And here's a real easy way to make sure that your dots, if you're gonna do dots here, are in the exact center of your fretboard. Put a little X there. So all I do is I just get a little ruler and a sharp pencil, and I go from corner to corner. Make sure you're exactly in the corner. And then this corner, get it exact. X marks the spot. Just kidding. After you got X's everywhere, you can get yourself a sharp, could be anything, a sharp nail, an awl, a screw, whatever. I just happen to have a hokey pokey. And just put it on the center of your dot. And then be safe, man. Don't go jamming into your hand. And then give it a little something, a little wiggle. And now we have a little hole exactly where we need it to be. That's just a pilot hole to make sure that our drill is in the right spot. You guys remember the pick trick? Get yourself a fancy pick with all sorts of swirls and colors. Cut it out to be the exact size that you need, and then insert All right, so today is the next day, even though, yes, I am wearing the same clothes. I might have gone a little too crazy on the shellac. I like overdid it. I put layer upon layer upon layer upon layer upon layer on this. Yeah, it is shiny. I don't want to touch it because every time I touch it, I get a fingerprint in there, and so I have to sand it and put another layer on. So I'm just going to let that sucker dry. But I did spend a lot of time creating another Crusader. Boom. Crusader number 1. I got the little Puckett sticker on the inside there. Sweet. This will be Crusader number 2. Now this one here, different, similar but different. This is from the big sticker, and I got little stickers all around as well as the back. So yeah, guys, we're just having too much fun. We are just having way too much fun. Well, if you made it to this far in the video, congratulations. You are officially a cigar box guitar enthusiast. Guys, that is it for episode 1 of the Crusader cigar box guitar series. Don't forget to go check out the pdxcrusade.com website. If you want more information, you can investigate it, guys. Investigate it. Also, don't forget, we are an affiliate with cbgiddy.com, and there is an affiliate link with a discount promo code in the video description below. Oh, guys, and don't forget, man, the Friday night podcasts. We got some things in the hopper. So be sure to tune in Friday nights, 6 o'clock p.m. Mountain Time for a live stream, and I usually have a very special guest. So we will see you around the interwebs, guys. Take care. God bless. Cheers. Well, greetings, friends and fellow cigar box guitar enthusiasts. I couldn't wait for the Cigar Box Guitar Festival to burn this big old pile. So we're going to do it today. And I just so happen to have an army showing up here, guys. Look at these guys.
Howdy. Hey.
You guys ready?
I think so.
All right, I'm going to set up the time lapse for y'all. So this is going to be quick, dude. And hopefully I'm far enough back that the heat doesn't melt my phone. All right, guys. Party time. All right, guys, that's it. The fun and excitement is just about over. Thanks for your help, Noah.
Yeah, and my pleasure, Dale.